Okay, today I'm going to be showing you the Slint Snare practice drum set. So it comes with a double-sided pad, it comes with the stand, which is a two-piece stand that you can assemble and disassemble. It comes with 3 pairs of drumsticks, and each has its own carrying case. So carrying case for the sticks, the stand, and the pad. So I'll show you the Slint pad first. It has this nice orange rubber side that's really thick rubber, and then there is a black foam side. Both of them give different sounds, and I actually like this because I do video game programming and recording sound effects for it, and this actually makes really cool sounds. With the wood, the rubber, and the foam, it makes quite a bit of different sounds, which I really like, and it's going to give you a cool beat effect when practicing your music. I've been using it not just for snare practice, just doing drumming practice to get rhythms down, beats down. It's a really nice way to not have to have a really loud drum set, especially if you're living in an apartment but want to practice your drumming. You can get a couple of these, have them set at different heights. I really like this, it's really cool. I like to play guitar, so getting into drums is something I've kind of wanted to do. It's just another instrument I've never played. This is a great way for me to start practicing the drum before going full force into it. So I really like this. I actually want to get a couple more of these and build almost like a fake drum kit before I start getting into real drums, just so that way I know that I can get decently good at it while being in an apartment, being with a roommate. You know, if you live at home and you have kids and you don't want to be, making loud noises while they're sleeping, this is a great alternative for having a drum kit. So I guess I should show you how thick it is. This is like solid wood. It's a good 1/2 inch with a 1/4 inch of rubber, and then maybe an 1/8 inch of foam. So I'm going to try and put it all together, show you how it sounds, show you the size of it. But this is the stand, and it does come in 2 pieces. So this is actually to hold the practice snare, and then there are the feet. So it has a couple different screws on it that let you adjust, and then you just screw it in, it locks it into place. There's one up here, which is so that you can set this into it. So put that there. This one actually has a couple different angles. It's adjustable by angles, so that way if you want your snare to be tilted towards you, be flat, you can really adjust it to your play style. So it just slides right in, and this kind of lets you adjust the height. You can just screw the little tightener here, and there is actually a little like plastic stopper, so that way you don't damage the metal pole. It squeezes around this kind of plastic stopper. So for this has a nice little screw that really lets you personalize the grip and get it really precise. So let's see, you can put the practice snare right on top, and then you just screw this up, and it will actually clamp around it pretty slowly, but it lets you get nice and precise with how you want it. And then it does come with a couple rubber stoppers that you can put on these pegs, so that way it doesn't damage the wood. I don't think that this really is strong enough. I'm not really tightening it strong enough where I feel like it's going to dent the wood. But if you're worried about that, they do come with little rubber stoppers, which is nice. So this is it fully assembled. It's kind of small. It's on the smaller side. It doesn't stand super tall, but it's pretty nice. For the price it is, it's definitely worth it. You get a really high quality product. This is about $70 for the full kit, and again it comes with quite a few different drumsticks. These are unfinished wood, but they're pretty smooth. They feel like they've been sanded. There's no like splinters coming off of it. They're all pretty rounded out. They're all uniform. They're not, janky. There's no knots. There's no discolorations. It's pretty good quality drumsticks, at least for beginners. Again, I play more guitar, just getting into drums. I feel like these are going to work for me. If you're a drummer and you just want something that you can practice on to not make as much noise, or if you're looking, like I said, for recording sound effects, this is a nice little, starter set. You can always pick up, better quality drumsticks, but I don't think you really need to. This is a great start. So again, it is double-sided. There is the rubber but just to show you how quiet it is, to not, bother those around you, I'll play a little bit. So it does make sound, and it makes a decent amount of sound, but if you're playing on a drum set, you're going to be making a lot more sound, and it's going to be a lot louder. So this just lets you practice in a quieter manner. Again, it's double-sided, so if this side sounds too loud to you, flip it over to the foam. The foam's a little quieter, but because the foam doesn't come all the way to the edge, you can hit the wood and you get a more, wood sound, a more wood knocking sound. Where the rubber, it comes all the way to the edge. You don't really hit that wood as much with the rubber side. I also like the way that the rubber sounds. With the rubber, I can kind of hear what the drum would sound like. With the foam, I feel like you can't tell what it would really sound like. And I know that this is supposed to be a snare, so it's not going to give you the full effect of if you're using a pedal or anything like that, but it's going to give you a nice practice set for at least starting drums. I'm going to take the pad off because I want to show you a little bit up close of it. I've probably played around with this for an hour or so, both sides, and it's holding up pretty well. The black foam side, it's not super high quality foam. There's some air bubbles in it that I feel like eventually might rip, but as of right now, after playing maybe half an hour on this side, there's no real big dents, there's no real big marks. There's little scuffs here and there, which you kind of expect from foam. But with the rubber side, I've definitely played more with this, probably about an hour, maybe a little bit more, and there's no visible wear. There's a couple marks when I first opened it up, just from the molding of it. It didn't come out super clean, but overall it's really nice. This side's nice and textured too, so it just gives you a nice, sound to give you a little feedback on what it's going to sound like when you actually play. So this is the Slint practice snare drum set, practice kit. Comes with the 3 pairs of sticks, the stand, and the double-sided pad. I really like it. Again, it's about $70. At least when I got it, it was $70. But it's definitely worth it. I really like it. Like I said, I don't want to go full force into a drum set. I wanted to practice, see if I'm going to be good at it, if I can even, be decent playing on this practice set. I really like it. I'm thinking about getting another 1 or 2 of these just to have, an imitation of a set. I do live in an apartment right now, so I can't really be super loud on a drum kit, but this definitely lets me, and with it being double-sided, if I get multiple of them, I can do different sounds, and I really like it. It's super high quality. The stand is super heavy. It's super well built. It's all metal. The wood's like an inch thick. It's crazy. It's super thick, super high quality. Everything's super heavy, and the carrying cases are actually really nice. It's double-sided, almost canvasy material, but they're all zippered. You get 3 of them, 1 for the stand, 1 for the sticks, 1 for the pad, and they're all pretty nice and compact. This folds up really nicely, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. Taking up too much space. If you're living in an apartment, especially if it's a small one, you don't want something that's going to fill up a whole big space. This, really easy, takes a couple seconds, folds right up, fits right into the bag. Oh. Right back into the carrying case, and it's ready to go. Again, even with this, you just unscrew one thing, collapse it down, screw it back up, throw it in the bag, and that's as much as the stand takes up. So if you're interested in this Slint practice snare drum kit, please check the link down below. I highly recommend it. It's a super nice one. It's definitely worth the money. I've seen some other practice kits that are a little cheaper, but this is going to give you the quality for your money. If you want something that you can use for a while, something that's going to last, not going to break, something that sounds good while being a practice kit, I definitely recommend this, the Slint Practice Snare Drum Kit.